So, Susan, you have been involved in protests and things down in Glasgow. What's been happening down there?
Well, there have been marches and also rallies. You know, they get together. The last rally was just supporting refugees mainly, but they also had a lot of Palestinian flags out and a lot of women speaking. They were mostly women speaking, I think, although there was a young man from England that came and talked very interestingly. And then I've been on about 3 marches, once with my younger sister Caroline when she came to stay. And it went very well. There's always a police presence, but they don't usually interfere, you know, they just sort of hang around. And I don't know how many thousands, but they were counting the last one I went to, they were counting the numbers who went on the march, you know. And it certainly runs into tens of thousands, I think.
Wow, that's fantastic.
And then they also have marches in Edinburgh, which you can go, but I haven't been to those. You know, they had a great big one about 2 weeks ago, was it about the 24th of August or something, when the tourists were there, you know. And then I also have been just only once to stand outside Barclays Bank, which protested against Elbit and Israel's involvement in the banks bankrolling them, you know. And there's a group that comes every single Saturday at 9:30 when the bank opens, and they have a stall and they sell things. There's a girl that makes nice key rings and things like that, and then they've got a money box to put in contributions, and they just sort of speak to passers-by and tell them what it's all about. And there's also quite a lot of sale of Palestinian things like that.
Oh, lovely. That's the Palestinian embroidery.
That's the Bedouin one, actually.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful.
And you can buy them sometimes in Byres Road on the west end of Glasgow. There's a shop that sells, you know, nice crafts, and they've got a basement where they were selling Palestinian things. Some of them were from Hadir, which is a big shop in Edinburgh.
Yeah.
But there was a nice mixture, you know, and you could buy ceramics as well, and that I think that was open for probably about a week. And I'm afraid I haven't started going to the Amnesty meetings because it's the other side of town and I'm too late.
That's great. Well, great. Thanks for that.
Hello, I'm Vincent McCluskey. I'm here on a small holiday in October, and I was pleased to see the Gaza protest here at this time. I've been attending the one in Glasgow intermittently, and I know there'll be people who will be heartened to see such a good turnout in a small place like Kirkwall and Orkney.
We're nearly a year into this horrible situation, and we still are so grateful to everyone who comes every Saturday to join us. As you've seen on the news, things seem to be going from bad to worse, and it's now extending to Lebanon. So sadly, people in Gaza are still under siege and being bombed. There was an information sheet this week saying that they've published a list of all of the, or most of the people that have been killed in Gaza, and the first 20-some pages are just names of babies that have died. So it goes into the hundreds of pages, which is just appalling. Each one, as you see with our names here, is a life. People who have families and loved ones. So it's good that we can remember them every week. Next month will be a year since we've been holding these vigils, and I've looked at the calendar, and we started doing these on the 28th of October last year, and we have not missed a Saturday. So it's incredible dedication of all of you for coming. So we will be having like a year anniversary, or if you could call it that. And finally, I would like to welcome our visitors today. We've had from Glasgow and also from the Isle of Arran. So it's lovely to see, you know, people coming and joining in with us. They have been involved in actions in their own communities, so it's great to feel the solidarity throughout Scotland and standing up for justice, for a ceasefire, and for the rights of Palestinians and civilians in Israel and Palestine. So again, I'd like to thank our friends from Spain who joined us today, and it's great to see people from all over the world taking action. So if there's not a ceasefire, we will see you again here next week. And just once again, thank you so much for coming. And I'd just like to end with a special message from our dear friend Dr. Salim in the Shifat refugee camp. He wrote to us this morning and he said, thank you to your amazing comrades in Orkney and sending love to all of you. So thanks so much, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.
Last night I had the strangest dream I ever dreamed before. I dreamed the world had all agreed to put an end to war. I dreamed I saw a mighty room. The room was filled with men, and the paper they were signing said they'd never fight again. And when the papers all were signed, 1,000,000 copies made, they all joined hands and bowed their heads, and grateful prayers were prayed. And people in the streets below, they're dancing round and round, and guns and swords and uniforms were scattered on the ground. Last night I had the strangest dream I ever dreamed before. I dreamed the world had all agreed to put an end to war.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you. It's just so